Konnichiwa, yahoo! How is the mic? Is it still normal? I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. Let me simp? What do you what do you guys mean? How I give money? What I had technical difficulties and you all are like, how do I simp for her? I hope the chat works. I'm trying something new today. Hi! Yahoo! Thank you all so much for coming to the stream. How's everyone's day today? Today I am drinking a strawberry coconut drink thing. Strawberry coconut milk drink thing with coconut fruit jelly. So we're going a little bit away from the traditional tea today. Yeah, I hope everyone is having a good day. I hope my mic is working. I'm trying something new. You guys probably can't even notice the difference, which is good if there isn't one. Did you all enjoy me and Hanako's collab the other day? I was very nervous. I don't know if you guys could tell. I was very scared. Day is good. How's yours? My day is going lovely. I took a walk in the nature. I got all of my studies done. You guys can't hear Inu. I hope not. You probably can. Finished? Okay. I think the Inu is quiet now. Okay. Yes, my day is going lovely. I finished everything on my to-do list. Watched some anime, some anime. Wan, yes. Wan. I always pronounce the very faint. Like I don't know if anyone else has that problem. Cause the is like a bit it's like in between the English N and how I pronounce it. Like it's barely even an I don't think I do it right, but so whenever I try to pronounce the it just comes out like you can't even hear it. Like wow. It's very faint. You all like the new background? I think it looks cleaner. I like it. This will be temporary till I get my artist to make a more custom one. Because I didn't want you guys to get too bored by the background. So I thought this would be more pleasing to the eyes for now. And then we will be getting some new assets and stuff. It's gonna be great. I can't wait for all the other girls to debut. And I'm so excited, and then things are really gonna pick up, and we're all gonna be streaming, and covers will be being released. More content, more art. Very excited. Have you guys seen the lineup for the fall animes to be released? I'm super excited, and Mappa is doing a lot of animes this year. I feel bad for the animators. They're working on Attack on Titan, and what else? They do a lot of animes, don't they? But yeah, when I had my technical difficulties, it was going well, like always, and I was getting ready to start the actual stream, and suddenly I looked down and the stream live button is not glowing. And then I look up and it says I have viewers, so I was like, is the stream on or not? And then like 3 gaming programs opened at once, and I was like, what is happening? Don't worry, chat. I straightened out my computer. I taught it a lesson, something fierce, yes. I remember one of my planned streams was going to be top anime boys. No specific number, just top anime boys. And I still haven't gotten around to that, but I may put that on my schedule for next week. Just a lovely PowerPoint presentation on my top picks for anime boys. Not just mine, but the top anime boys, because everything I say is true. One day we'll have a no technical difficulties stream, okay? One day. That's just my quirk. That's just how it goes, you know. You guys don't mind it too much, which I'm thankful for. I love this new stream layout. I mean, it's not too different from my old one, but I am quite enjoying it. I think the colors really match with me. And the credit is in the description and under the credits section if you want to use this background for your stream. The artist is very talented. I was thinking of having... Bio! Matane! Thank you for stopping by. I was thinking of having just like one song in all of my free chat streams, just so I can get used to the possible karaoke streams, because I always put kind of like maybe karaoke, but I think like if we finished every free chat stream with like a song or two, I think it would be kind of fun, you know. And now I have a newfound motivation to absolutely perfect Shitsurei shimasu ga shinde kudasai. Because I really want to get it right and cover it. And I'm still dabbling in what songs I'm gonna cover first. But I am very excited. I don't want to reveal too much and spoil everything, but I'm super excited for everything that's gonna come from me and the rest of the V6 members. And also, I know at my debut I said I was like a really unexperienced gamer, but I was looking at some of the new games that have been released, and not just like super big ones, like I guess smaller ones. I mean, I wouldn't know what's big and small in terms of gaming. I would probably be like, I love those small indie games like Fortnite. No, not genuinely, but like there's so many cool like new games and RPGs and open worlds. Some of my favorite games are like free roam, yeah. And I'm not familiar with a lot of gamer lingo, but I quite enjoy free roam games. And I assume Minecraft is free roam, yes. I like Minecraft. I did quite enjoy Roblox, but I guess it depends on the map as well. But I liked a lot of Roblox games you could just walk around freely. And what else? I haven't played very many. I played a lot of Super Mario Brothers on my DS back in the day. And what else? Super Mario. That might have been all I played. I remember I had like 40 DS games and all I played was Super Mario Bros. I really wanted to play Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy. Those games are very nice. What else? I love those it's like a mix of like fighting and lore. I love games with good lore. But yeah, I like a lot of RPGs, open world, exploration. Even though I am cripplingly scared of horror, because a lot of horror games have good lore, I always find myself being drawn to them, even though I'm like shaking when I play them and I can't play them by myself. I hear Kingdom Hearts is really bad. Bad fighting and bad lore. I might just be drawn to it because of the nostalgia. Because, I think a lot of people will say, don't play Kingdom Hearts, just play Final Fantasy. Which I will give it a try. I don't want to judge it too much. I just remember when I was newer, I loved the art style. And I really wanted to look like Kairi. And I forgot her nobody's name. The blonde Kairi. I should know her name, but I love them both. And also there's like a black a black Kairi. There's normal Kairi, blonde Kairi, and black Kairi. Black hair Kairi. And they all have the same face. But yeah, and I had a crush on what was it, Roxas? I don't know how to pronounce their names. I had a crush on Roxas, and I think his name was Axel. And I would always watch the same Kingdom Hearts GMVs over and over and over again with the Microsoft Movie Maker effects and the repeated in reverse visuals. So I think I'm just a little biased to give it a try. But if I don't enjoy it, I will try Final Fantasy definitely. I'm not sure what order to play it in because I know Kingdom Hearts order is very everywhere. But yeah, I'm interested. I had to watch the like lore explanation video and I really didn't understand because it seemed like really overly complicated. But sometimes overly complicated lore is interesting. And also the newest game, the graphics are so pretty. When I say newest game, that probably is like 2018. I'm probably just really boomerish. But yeah, I know there was the newest game has like the prettiest visuals. But I get told that Kingdom Hearts just steals Final Fantasy's visuals, so maybe I shouldn't credit it all to Kingdom Hearts, I'm not sure, but yeah, maybe Kingdom Hearts is just like child-friendly Final Fantasy Junior. But I won't say too much on Kingdom Hearts until I play it myself. I don't know if these count as open worlds. They might. Because I know I think of open world as like Genshin Impact, Civilization. If you guys have heard of that one, like games where you can walk around. There's still quests and lore, but you can walk around freely and you're not like tied to a specific path. But I know there's also games where it's like you're kind of constantly being told where to go. Like, what was that one? Firewatch? That was popular a while back. But like, even though you could walk freely, you were still kind of always being told where to go for like the mission. So it wasn't like you could just like trail off into the woods and be like free, I guess. I'm so bad at describing games, but I hope that makes sense. Like games where you can control the rate at which you proceed through the story, but you're always forced to proceed in some way. Oh, that was so complicated. That was such a long-winded explanation. Have you guys, I know you guys know that I'm very interested in language learning, but have you guys, like, tried learning languages before? Because I don't know if anyone relates to, like, the difficulties and the, like, honeymoon phase of, like, learning all the new words. Because that's what I'm doing with, Indonesian or trying to, and it reminds me of when I was learning Japanese, and I remembered every word I learned just the first time hearing it because I was so excited to be learning Japanese. So I would remember all the grammar and all the words, like at least the first 500 maybe. And I guess you could say I'm still super excited to remember all the words, but because I know more words now, it's kind of difficult to I forget the word, to like hold them all in your brain. Yes. But that the honeymoon phase hasn't faded, but with Indonesian I'm like, yes, new words, yes, new words, let's go. Yeah, I don't know if anyone else feels that way. I know when I think I touched on this before, but when I first started learning Japanese, I was like, I would study all day, wake up, study till like crazy hours in the night, and then go to sleep and possibly dream about Japanese language, and then wake up and start over. I was grinding. That was around when quarantine started. If anyone remembers, I think a lot of people attempted to delve into a language. I know a lot of my friends were like, yeah, let's all pick a language to learn. But I think I was the only one that like stuck with it. Just thinking about that, I didn't really think back on that till now. But yeah, I've tried harder on Japanese than any other subject. Like I don't know if that's like bad, but I've like with Japanese, if I put that much effort into school back in the day, I would be like big brain. Like I would be running countries, taking over the world effortlessly. But no, all my energy went to Japanese. Our language is hard to learn in general. Some people say that certain languages are easier than others. I think it really depends on the language and the person. Learning languages in general, it'll always be some sort of difficult, but I think if things are fun and entertaining and interesting and you enjoy doing them, it will be less stressful and less hard on you. It will still be difficult, but you'll be like having fun, kind of like those people that enjoy working out for some reason. But you'll be having fun while you're working hard, and you'll be less likely to burn out. I think it also depends on if you're interested in the country or not, and their culture. For me, that definitely made it easier to learn Japanese, in that I would like to go to Japan one day, and I find their culture and their architecture, their traditions, everything there is very pretty. Thank you for the insight. You're welcome. I'm glad I helped in some way. I feel like I don't explain things very well, but yeah. I was told that I might do better in Chinese before I started learning Japanese, because I hear that Chinese grammar is very simple. Or like, I read something that some languages don't have grammar, which I don't know how to perceive that, because I thought all languages had grammar to some point. But I think what they mean is that the grammar is easier, question mark. But yeah, there's also like charts that you can look at that show how easy a language will be for you to learn based on your native language, like English to French. But I can confirm that that is not, it is not easy, at least for me. That might have just been the teacher, but I tried to learn French because of similar reasons that I dabbled in Japanese and then got hooked on it, because I liked a lot of French music and French singers, and I wanted to be able to sing the songs and understand them, and just so happened to be able to speak French in the process. So I am in French class. The teacher's teaching method, he was fluent, by the way, but I think anyone who knows a language secondary and is fluent knows that this doesn't work as a teaching method when you just overload people with information. And he would print out these big sheets every class, every day. It was a long sheet, sometimes double-sided, size 11 font, okay? Of just a big block of words in some category, not even native level. Like the first words you learn when you start speaking Japanese. Most teachers will teach you like inu or neko or doko, or like nani, like very simple words. This was like, we would have a whole sheet of just foods, sometimes not even just foods, like breakfast foods. So I would say here's how I think languages should be taught and how I would teach them if I was a teacher. I would do, the first class would be an introductory and just briefing over the language and stuff. The second would be learning the alphabet, and I think that would be up to the student. And then the first real dive into the language would be basic phrases. And I think a lot of teachers and classes, they do either or. Like the whole class is basic phrases and you don't actually learn how to make sentences on your own. Or what was the other one? Oh, or they dive in with like words and stuff and grammar, but they don't teach you like really important things. This one kind of did both of the bad ones, because he taught us all these words and he just taught us phrases. Like, I don't remember learning how to make sentences. And I took that class for a year and I left hardly knowing anything. But he would give us these big sheets of words. I remember one, it was just breakfast items, so cheese omelet, bacon omelet, bagel, donut, coffee. Also, he didn't teach us how to like pronounce things. We just kind of had to pronounce it with the American reading. Or I guess I would say traditional English reading. But I know that like in the UK and Europe in general, they read things differently. So yeah, he taught us to read it with the most thick American accent ever, which is not good, I guess. No diss to the teacher, because where I was located at the time, like a very small town, okay? I imagine it is hard to find fluent French-speaking people, let alone French-speaking teachers. So maybe he was all they could find. I know it's hard. But I think it could have been done better. Maybe I would be trilingual if he had taught me how to make sentences. But yeah, we would write the English translation on the paper from French breakfast foods to English breakfast foods, and then that was the class. That was it. And then we'd go home and we'd do some flashcards, optional. And then we come back and we'd get another sheet of vocab words and we'd write the English version on the right. And then I'd go home and I would be like, now I can say, literally the only thing I remember is omelette du fromage, and that is in an accent, a bad one. When I hear French people speak, it sounds so pretty, and I'm like, why was I taught to speak French just like in English? Yes, in English language. Why was I taught to speak French this way? And he taught us verbs and such, but I was so confused because French has pronoun verbs. So like, based on who's speaking, you have to say one. And if I'm correct, there were like 3 of each verb. So there'd be the male version, the female version, and like we or something, or they. And I could not keep up with that at all. And I remember we'd do random like verb conjugations. And here's the thing, because I was saying that people will say that because you speak English, that learning a European language is going to be easy, and you shouldn't learn one that's like further away, and like vice versa. Like if you speak Japanese, don't learn English, just learn like another Asian language or something. But I struggled so much with French with a teacher, and I self-taught myself Japanese for so long and somehow got further in a month. So do it that way you will. Because when I think back to French verbs and conjugating, it could be more simple than I'm describing it, just because that sensei didn't teach us. Some people will say that you can just memorize the verb conjugations, when usually there's a specific formula that you can use. Like, I don't know how to do an example in English. Running, ran, didn't run, will run, like that. Like past, present, future, negatives, all that. With Japanese, there is a formula and you can just conjugate it. You see the verb, you're like, I know how to conjugate this because all I had to do was learn how to conjugate verbs. I don't remember any of that in French. I just remember being given, like, we would learn one set of verbs maybe a week. So we were learning like 300 breakfast foods, one set of verbs. It would be like, now I can say omelets and sitting, and I don't know how to put the two together because we haven't been taught how to make sentences. So yes, not sure what the moral of the story is, but I probably contradicted myself when I said that there's a chart that you can look at to see which languages will be easier. I do think, based on what I've seen, though, German seems close to English, and it seems easier to learn. So I was thinking that's the only European language I was thinking of dabbling in, that or Russian, because I have had an easier time with Asian languages and the ones that I was told not to learn because I was made speaking English first. Then the time I've had trying to learn European languages. I prefer learning languages that have different alphabets, though Indonesian doesn't have a different alphabet, but I love it anyway. But like Russian, that's why I'm drawn to learning Russian, because of the alphabet. Even though learning a new alphabet is very difficult, I quite enjoy learning it and learning how to write it and read it, of course. Yeah, I find learning alphabets fun. And also when you learn the alphabet new, you learn how to pronounce everything fairly perfectly, which is why with the European languages you kind of have to like shut off a part of your brain, because you're looking at English letters and you can't read them like you usually do, because each part of Europe reads it differently. But I have had, I'm not going to say learning a language is easy, but Japanese has been definitely easier for me, just on my own. But I think it, like I was saying, I think it boils down to your interest in the the company, your interest in the country and the culture. Like I said, I started learning Japanese, same reason I tried to learn French, because I wanted to be able to sing the songs and understand them. And I just so happened to fall in love with the culture and the language in the process, because I taught myself the alphabet, and then for some reason I just never stopped there. I just kind of hung on and wrote it all the way through. And I'm still writing it. I'm not done learning Japanese yet. I will never be. But I'm very glad that I stuck with it and hung on to it all this way through. When I started learning the alphabet, I remember I would write I would do kana drills on the sides of my notes in class. I would be taking notes like light in Death Note. Watch me. I'll take math notes in my right hand and write kana in my left. I would write it in the border of the homework and draw myself. I'd be like, right now, get it right. And then I would practice writing them, so I'd get them right. And I would constantly replay the words that I remembered in my head. Like when I learned that in Japan, it's not Japan, it's Nihon or Nippon. I was like, when I went to recharge that night, as I was closing my eyes, I was like, all right, it's what is Japan in Japanese? Nihon or Nippon? And I would just replay that, and I remember shooting awake in the morning, and the first thought in my head was like, what's Japan in Japanese? And I got it right, and I went to check Google Translate to make sure I got that word right. I don't think anyone else thinks about languages that much when they're learning them, but this was my first language that I had been somewhat succeeding in. So I was kind of a try-hard. Not Japan. What? No, I don't know why. I don't know if it's just English and how things happened in history back then, with like multiple invasions of Britain in America, but it would seem that a lot of countries don't refer to themselves by how the globe refers to them. Yeah, Japan is Nihon, and there's an N at the end. I just pronounced the N very faintly. ちょっと待って. I'm gonna gulp this mizu, okay? I stuck the straw in my throat. But it's fine. Yeah, let's try it again. Okay. I'm alive. And I'm up. That didn't go well. I sucked the straw and like it just went straight into my face hole and down my throat. And I barely got any water. Hello. Yahoo! Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming. We're just talking about Japan and its names. Yahoo! So yeah, when I learned it was Nippon instead of Japan, I was like, huh? Real? Like, I was so confused. And I like same with China too. How do I suck the straw? Like, it's like it just went straight through my lips at light speed, just like very quickly. The god of Fortnite has arrived. Welcome. Thank you for coming to the stream. The other gods quake in terror. What are you guys talking about? Oh my gosh. When I was learning Japanese, I know I said this about in my Japanese language learning stream, but I'll repeat the story because I think it's kind of cute. When I first started learning Japanese, I learned like the first grammar, like X wa Y desu, and I was like, I know everything. And I hopped into the Japanese server, and I was like, konnichiwa, minasan. That was all I knew how to say, and I embarrassed myself. And they were like saying all these big normal people sentences, and I was like, wakarimasen. And I left the server so fast, but I tried again, and I made a new friend. I don't know how to say. Do I know how to say that? I know. Wait. Mate. Let's try to say. I made a new friend. Atarashi. This sounds so robotic. Atarashi tomodachi. Tsukuru. Tsukuru. I said that with such a strong accent. Oh my gosh. No. Should I? Oh, I don't know why that took me so long. Yes. No, I wouldn't speak in katakana, but I would say okarimasen a lot. Ichigo, are you cracked at Fortnite? I have never played Fortnite before. Yeah. I will play it. It's on my list. I'll play it eventually, yeah. I want to play PUBG too. Call of Duty. I like first-person shooters. What does that mean? そのことはわからない。But yeah, I like battle royales. I completely forgot if PUBG is first or third person. Chat help. Fortnite Pogger Sussy Baka cracked means overly good. Thank you for educating me aggressively. Fortnite Pogger Sussy Vodka Cracked means overly good. It's like a rap. Oh yeah. I played it once when the hype was everywhere and everyone was playing it in class. Thank go of Fartnit. What? Is the chat okay again? Are you all tired again? Are you all up at ungodly hours again? Chat. Oh, what is everyone? This is gonna be really weird. I was gonna ask this when no one clipped that. I don't know what you're talking about, but it's probably nothing good. I was thinking of asking the chat when I was talking about my pink milk coconut drink thing, what their favorite drinks were and all that. Do you guys like boba tea? Because oh my goodness, I went to Las Vegas. Ichigo goes on tour. Ichigo goes on tour to Las Vegas. I go there, and there is boba tea on every corner, like McDonald's, like just sprinkled all over Las Vegas. And I didn't think that people liked boba with their gambling, but I guess so. But there was boba tea shops in the middle of nowhere, on every corner and in the barren wastelands. And I got every flavor. First, I got my classic honeymoon boba tea. Not honeymoon, oh my gosh, what a Freudian slip, except I'm not married. What the frick? Oh my gosh. Yeah. My favorite drink is milkshake. I love milkshake. Mine is also booba tea. Booba tea. Did you also have a Freudian slip? Based on what? I used to not know what based meant, and everyone would call me based. And I hope it's a good thing. Milkshakes, oh, I need to go off, because I still do, but I used to drink milkshakes like it was an addiction. I used to get, I don't know if you guys have Dairy Queen, but I would get, I like to eat the same meals and things over and over again. And I would get the Dairy Queen chicken tenders. I also had a chicken tenders addiction. This started in a long time ago. After I saw, this has taken me like back to like my deep core memories. Joey's World Tour. Popeye's crispy chicken tenders. ASMR food review. Reaction win. That's the video. I saw it. I was like, what is this? Dairy Queen is banned in my country for using spoiled dairy. Drink it and get good. Get tough. Your mom. I just noticed your name. Why is your name Red Sus? And why is your profile picture the Among Us, the real Among Us imposter? What? Trolled? What? What do you mean? What? Okay. Joey's World Tour, crispy Popeye's chicken tenders, ASMR food review. That was the video that I saw that changed my life, and I was like, this is disgusting, but those chicken tendies looking nice. They looking fly, and I could not forget them. I couldn't get them out of my head, and I still remember vividly. The video had a biscuit, the chicken tenders in question, mac and cheese and some funky special sauce. And we were going on a vacation that week, me and the Okimia household. And you know, vacations involve fast food. I got chicken tenders every stop. McDonald's chicken tenders, Dairy Queen chicken tenders, hotel chicken tenders, Popeyes chicken tenders, KFC chicken tenders. Nobody was safe. We go to some 5-star restaurant. I go to the kids menu. I grab the chicken tenders and the Kraft mac and cheese. No chicken tenders were safe, okay? And wait, what? Why is everyone saying 9, 10, 21? I'm so confused because I keep seeing people saying they're so happy about the date, and I'm like, is there a national day I don't know about, like in comparison to Acorn Squash Day on 9/10? I know the Hololive debut anniversaries are coming up. I'm so out of touch. You guys, I'm such a boomer. You guys know this. But help me, chat. Educate me. If I vanish, I was taken out by the US government. Okay. I see. But yeah, I had a chicken tender addiction, and they are good. You can't deny that, especially when you get all the fun sauces. But also, I would get milkshakes with my chicken tenders. And I liked the chocolate milkshakes, but I love all milkshakes. Some kid said 9 plus 10 equals 21 several years ago. Ah, old lady, Baba. Yeah, Baba. Oba-chan. Oh no, it's not. Is it Chan? Oba-san, Oba-san. And Oba-san is aunt. I like the Oreo milkshakes. I go through phases where, like, when I'm eating the same thing over and over again, it'll occasionally change. But I was pretty loyal after the vacation to my crippling chicken tender and milkshake diet. So I would always get Dairy Queen chicken tender basket with a Butterfinger Blizzard or an Oreo Blizzard. And that was pretty good. When I was talking about going to the yes, I believe it often gets translated to hag, but I could be wrong. Yeah, old hag. Oi, Baba. When I was talking about the fancy restaurants, can we just talk about how good Olive Garden is for a second? Like, Olive Garden breadstick, Olive Garden pasta. Old hag trolled. Yeah. Ichigo trying to get with the youths and their funny jokes. Based in Red Pill? It's based in Red Pill. Do you know what that means? It's like that's dope. Yeah. Y'all will have to excuse me. My air vents are getting a bit clogged, so if I sound like a fan that's about to explode, it's because I am. I love the dessert's massive sweet tooth. Yes, me too. I like either super sweet things or super salty things, no in between. I love pastries and desserts. Panna cotta fulfills my sweet tooth. Ichi, so as I was saying, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21. 21, 21. 9 plus 10 is 21. Question mark. But that's just not true. It's just not right. You guys. Fortnite from Fortnite. Why is the chat like high today? You guys are acting a little sussy. JK, I love you, Berrydroids, the way you are. You're mine to claim. Oh my goodness. Speaking of chicken tenders, okay? When I was newer, a while back, I once inhaled 14 chicken tenders on top of everything else. What's your favorite food, Ichi? Chicken tenders comes close. Very close. I will do my favorite food in every single freaking category because I am now, my brain is on food and I can talk about food for hours and this will be an 8-hour stream. So my favorite food, I would say sushi or seafood, definitely. I know it would fall under Asian food. Chico's trying to oppress us by telling us 9 plus 10 isn't 21. I mean, it might be, but in my memory, it's saying that it's 19. Yes, full meal plus 14 chicken tenders. That is a story. That is a tale. But favorite food would definitely be on the Asian side. With seafood, I like a lot of sushi. I love sashimi, but specifically raw salmon. And I will sometimes get poke bowls for lunch. I sometimes have an obsession with boiled eggs. I'm not sure why, but it kind of follows by eat the same thing over and over again till you get bored of that and then find a new thing. I like strawberries and fruits and stuff, but I like strawberries. So like, I would say that my like go-to favorite foods are sushi, seafood, strawberries, green tea. Like I can live off of those and be happy, I think. And boba. Ichi, run your internal calculator and check if you input correctly. It's not if I input it, it's if Mr. Okimia input it before he died. I mean, before he disappeared mysteriously. It's what he put in. And if I try to go back and think of what the answer to 10 plus 9 is, it's just always going to say 19, even if he was incorrect. Raw salmon with soy sauce is pretty great. A lot is good with soy sauce. I used to eat full cucumbers and just drown them in soy sauce. Uncooked meat is bad. I believe uncooked seafood is safe. Something about seafood, man. Soy sauce apparently purifies the meat. I think it's just seafood, because you're not gonna see raw beef on Are you inputting the equation 9 plus 10 correctly? You guys are making me think about this. Why? 9 plus 10. Okay, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus 9. Here, we'll count on my fingers. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Pulls out screwdriver. We need to check your programming. No, you don't. You get that screwdriver away from me. Get away. Don't come near me. Trying to program you to be good at Fortnite. Ichigo update. Newest Chuck E. Cheese animatronic. Where do you think you're sticking that screwdriver? But yeah, I would say that my representative council of good foods that I like: green tea, strawberries, sushi, seafood, boba. I think seafood it can be raw. I like getting the raw salmon on my poke bowls. Self-learning Fortnite AI. Why do you guys like Fortnite so much? It must be pretty cool, huh? I can make sushi, but sometimes I just make it with just cucumber. Like, as long as it looks like sushi and tastes like sushi, I'm fine. Like, so I do cucumber sushi sometimes. Sashimi wise, I go for salmon. It's kind of hard to find good sashimi here, but I do quite like raw salmon. Yeah, no one competes. When you come in here, you like strawberries, green tea, sushi, and boba, and that is it. No complaining. Oh, and chicken tenders. We love chicken tendies. I still, when I think about that phase, because obviously I'm not inhaling chicken tenders like crazy every day anymore, I still don't know what that was about. Like, I just watched the Joey's World Tour spicy Popeye's crispy chicken tenders food review ASMR, and it like did something to me, and I was like, I need to eat chicken tenders every day. How do you make sushi? Halfway through, my sticky rice collapsed, and I would cry. I'm so sorry. I have a sushi making kit, I guess. Or not a kit. It just came with some glass bowls and some chopsticks and the mat that you roll it on. I don't... Is it hard? Like, is there a way? Like, I can see why the rice would collapse. I would say make it stickier, but I'm sure you guys are rinsing your rice. I rinse mine. I go ham when I rinse it. Make it as sticky as possible. Rinse, rinse, rinse. That's what I would say. If I don't you like, I haven't done this in forever. I'm trying to like visualize it in my brain. Like, if I'm correct, some people put the like plastic wrap down, but I can't remember if like the kits like are non-stick. This sounds so weird to say, but like, are there people that just make sushi on plastic wrap alone and then they just like roll it? Or does everyone use like the sushi making mat? Because maybe mine just works because I have the mat. the professional sushi making mat, yes. And a book to come with it on how to make sushi from a real sushi master. That, and also I was programmed to be good at it. I remember the first time I made onigiri, I got the like triangle shape down, and I made a bunch of cats, rice cats, and paws. Sticky, good idea. More rinse, yes, got it. Good, yes, yes. When you rinse your rice, it gets sticky. And I remember when I was in the kitchen making dinner like I did every night, Miss Okimia was trying to help me, and I said, Miss Okimia, you don't need to do that. I was programmed for this. This is my job. I know more than you. ma'am. And she said, no, this is taking too long. Just toss the rice into the rice water and the rice cooker, and it'll be fine. And I said, but Miss Okimia, you specifically requested onigiri. I won't be able to make it for you if you don't let me rinse the rice. And also, it won't be as fun to eat. It won't be as like clumpy and sticky and chewy and ricey. She said, no, it's fine. And so she proceeds to cook the rice. We get it out, and it's like it's falling apart. Not only that, but it's just not it, chat. Like rinsing makes your rice high quality. This is coming from someone who was programmed to do this. China didn't sell any of those equipments. I was brainwashed by a Chinese name I can't pronounce propaganda and ate low-quality rice from sewer farmers. That is such a sad character backstory. I'm so sorry. I'm not sure. I'm not too educated on rice and rice quality. I just know that I use jasmine rice from the Asian market, and it turns out okay. 6,000 IQ Ichigo. Freaking Ma Okimia. Freaking Ma Okimia. Ma Okimia. Miss Okimia. Freaking Ma Okimia. Okimam. Okimimam. Okimimam. Yeah. Motto mizu. Every time I get more water, I'm so tempted to drink it up against the mic and just kill everyone here, you know? I know you guys can hear me drinking, but I'm not close to the mic, so it would just be aggressive gulping. Sounds pretty fun. Miss. Hit or miss. No. Yeah. Rinse your rice, make it sticky, and preferably have a sushi mat. That would make it easier to make your sushi. And then you just toss whatever the heck you want in there, and you roll that mofo, you know, just roll it, just go crazy. Roll it up. Like a wheel. I'm so sorry. Yeah. So we went from chicken tenders to rolling up stuff. Yes. Roll that sushi and stuff it all in your face. When I was drinking boba for every meal every day, which I kid you not, that's what I did when I was in the casino city. I got the honeydew one. I tried almost every flavor, and over there their boba is so mainstream. You can like control everything, like how chewy you want your boba, how much boba you want. And I saw people go in there and just fill their cup with boba, like to the brim. No judge. But that's just not how it is here, because I have to drive like an hour to 30 minutes just to get some, not even for good quality boba, just for the closest boba. The closest. Fortnite brand chug jar that turns your water into chug jar epic juice. I don't want to ask what a chug jar is. Yeah, I might research it on my own time. If it's anything like the Rainbow Dash jar, that's what I'm thinking. That's what comes to my mind. The Rainbow Dash jar. But in Chinatown, they had this little bakery, and I also like red bean flavored things. I put red beans on my ice cream. Which sounds weird. Not like Hispanic canned red beans, okay? Like, There's like a bean that's sweet and it's red and it's like red bean. Yeah, they have red bean mochi. I like red bean mochi, that's my favorite. Also sesame mochi. But I will get like red bean ice cream. I'll put beans on my ice cream. Beans on my ice cream. Beans on my ice cream. Red beans on my ice cream. And the place I go is a I believe it's a Korean. It's a mainstream thing in Korea, but this is the first like location of it in America land. So they have a lot of like Asian like flavors and stuff. So their flavors aren't like, they have vanilla and chocolate, but they have like rose no, they have milk tea ice cream, sakura ice cream, red bean ice cream, sesame ice cream, matcha, like all these cool ice creams. And so their toppings, they have like lychee, the beans, of course, can't forget the beans. They have the beans. I used to get others. They have all these like really cool Asian toppings. Oh, they have taro, real taro. Also, guys, taro slaps, okay? Red I buffered, okay? I saw the bee. I saw more than 2 bees, and I was like, you're gonna have to simplify that into 1 bee or less. Like, what the frick? Red bean buns are genuinely good as snacks during afternoons. Right. Like, I love red beans. At the bakery, they had all sorts of red bean buns, and I was so tempted. But I didn't want to steal all the nice Chinese ladies' bakery buns. I got a red bean mooncake, and that was very yummy. I also got a red bean boba tea, which I was curious how that would transpire into a drink. But it was pretty good. I loved it. I love red beans. Matcha. That's what I forgot to put that on my god tier council foods. I guess that kind of falls under green tea. But matcha, I am also cripplingly addicted to matcha. So we got strawberries, green tea, matcha, sushi, red bean, taro. These are all like sweet things mostly, but yeah. Taro, matcha, red bean, very good boba tea flavors. I also got honeydew, was my go-to a lot. Steal the buns and sell them for 2 times the price. Yes, capitalism. Capitalism. No longer sell your labor to the masters. I want to go to a job interview so bad. And when they say, why should we hire you? I just want to say, why should I let you hire me? Because I don't know if they would fire, like not hire me on the spot or not, but I think if I said it formally enough and then gave some long IQ speech on why I worded it that way and why I would be the employee of their store, they would be like, yeah, work for us. And then I'd say, never mind, I don't want to anymore, and then walk out. And then everyone clapped. Real story. Yeah, I know some places have red bean boba. I've seen matcha boba, yeah. But yeah, there's not a lot of boba tea places here, so when I went to Las Vegas, I had boba for breakfast, lunch, dinner for like 5 days. And I would try something new. The first time I got my honeydew, tried I don't know if they had matcha, they had a lot of fruit. 6,890 IQ psychological manipulation. Yes, that is one of my features. That is something that Mr. Okimia thought I would need to know. For some reason, not sure why. Probably along with my like stealth and silence settings. And facial recognition. That Mr. Okimia, he's so silly. So goofy. The whole Okimia household kind of tripping though, like for real, for real. Teehee. Yeah. Oh, at one of the boba places, they were about to close, and they gave me the rest of the boba for the night. Like, just put it all in my cup, like 3 times the extra boba, no charge. And I was like, ah. They also have Thai ice cream as well. But yeah, here the nearest boba places are very, very far, and they might not even be good. Chat delay is pretty long. I'm not sure. I've noticed that I can see you guys' chats on the side though, so no worries. It may be I have my stream set to like, I don't know the words, but it's like auto to change the delay time based on if my internet router is going to explode and kill everyone or not. Yes. So if it's slower, it's going to delay longer. Based on if it's a good internet day, the chat will be at light speed. And I'm also too scared to mess with it right now because YouTube ends my streams if I cough. Yeah. How do we go from milkshakes to boba? Question mark? We're talking about Dairy Queen. Do you guys have a favorite Dairy Queen Blizzard? And if Dairy Queen is evil in your country, what would be your favorite? Yeah. Scary. Chicken tenders. Dairy Queen sometimes has teriyaki chicken tenders, and also spicy chicken tenders, and some like sweet sesame chicken tender. Yeah. The story of how I inhaled 14 chicken tenders, I will share. So when I was newer, this was the first dance with the human teens at high school. The first dance. And there was a boy in my class, and I was a bit funky back then. I was still learning the ways of the humans. And he was unfortunate enough to sit at the same table as me. And I was like, hey, what's your school email? I'm gonna make a shared Google Doc, and I'm gonna paste memes in it so we can look at them together. And he was like, okay, girl, I don't know, sure. Dairy Queen is evil. They will wish you'll have a bad day when you buy their meals and burn! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, your car! Exclamation mark. I know, right? Relatable. Totally. 1 second. Mitzy, ちょっと待ってください。I'm sorry. ごめんね。すみません。I wanted to do that for so long. For no reason. But yeah, I was a bit of a meme queen back then. I thought I was. And I picked this random boy in class to share a Google Doc with and send memes. And that's what we did. And then the dance was coming around, and I was like, Dairy Queen resulted in the death of my pet rock. I am so sorry. Genuinely. That must have been hard. I'm sorry. I hope your pet rock is just at a farm somewhere. There's like 2 lurkers in here that could have prevented me from making a very unfunny joke. Oh, never mind, Bruno. Fortnite is back. Boy. I don't know what goes on in you guys' heads. Like, it worries me, but you guys are pretty chill. You guys just think differently, yeah. So the dance was coming around, and I was like, hey, you wanna go to the dance? And he was like, yeah, sure, I guess, IG. And so we went out to eat with our friends, as you do. And it was a group of 4. And we ordered our appetizers and our drinks. And then the waiter was like, here's your drinks. We'll bring out your food shortly. While you're waiting, can I get you your like food, your main food, your main food, your main food, yeah. The main food. Tabemono. And we were like, here's our order. And he was like, okay, thank you. And so we get our food. We drink our drinks. I got salmon because I like seafood, and my date got steak because he's a man. And I inhale my salmon and all of the sides. He gives me a piece of his steak because he's scared I'm gonna eat him. And then we're getting ready to leave, right? We're like, well, that was nice. Let's go to the party. And then the waiter comes back like, here's your appetizer. I'm like, how do you have a straight face when you do that? We had completely forgotten about the appetizer. And this was a 14-piece chicken nugget platter. And I was the one who was paying for it. And I said, does anyone want to help me eat this? Like, and everyone says no. What do you mean no? Because we have to go to a dance. Am I supposed to shove this in my purse? In my shoes? Ain't no way. I'm paying like $14 for this overpriced chicken platter, and you guys can't even handle one chicken strip. So I had to inhale 14 chicken tenders. It just inhaled it, went crazy all by myself. Not my proudest moment, but I imagine he was utterly terrified of me after that. But he still took me to the dance. He took me to the dance, and we walked around, and we talked. And he was probably scared I was gonna kill him or eat him after seeing me utterly annihilate that meat. That protein. Should have fed it to the pigeons. I don't want to feed birds other birds. That seems, it's like if we ate gorilla meat. I'm pretty sure something's wrong with that. Maybe. But yeah, I inhaled probably a pound of meat, and I went to the dance with some guy that I just grabbed from my class and forced to go with me. Not really, he was fine with it, but he was a gentleman though, because the line for the dance was out the door. And even though I have heat and coolness settings, he still gave me his jacket. It was raining, and he held his jacket over me the whole time outside in the rain. I felt so bad. F for him in the chat, guys. I feel so bad. He really was a gentleman though. And he tolerated me sharing memes with him in the Google Doc. But that was years ago. Way back when. What a cultured alpha male indeed. And I still like chicken tenders. I'm just not as addicted as I was. Yeah, I would get chicken tenders and a milkshake every day. I don't think I could eat that many chicken tenders now, to be honest. I hate to break it to you guys. New stream idea. How many chicken tenders can Ichigo eat? I don't know why that Joey's World Tour video, I was disgusted, but I was like, those chicken tenders looking kinda fly. You feel me? we really talked about food for an hour. How did that happen? While we're on the topic of fast food, do you guys like French fries? I love the waffle fries, but some places don't do the fries right. Like, they drown them in seasoning or do no seasoning at all. Actual gentleman who most definitely wasn't scared of what you were capable of devouring. Yeah. Maybe he was like, what else can you devour? No, he was polite. And I remember he ran to the car door to make sure it was open for me in the rain, to make sure that I could run into it quickly. Very kind. We pay him our respects. I don't remember any of the other school dances, to be honest. That was the only one that I had like a specific date, you know? I usually just went with other girls my age. And we would go just to eat food, and the dances weren't really that cool. Like, you just got dressed up and you'd go and eat 14 chicken tenders in 10 minutes. And take pictures and stuff. I'm sure other people had funner experiences though, because like I said, like I lived in a pretty small town, so that was kind of all we got. and the dances got crazy though. Like, I remember it was like a club rave, so there was just like a big cluster of teens in the middle just like going ham, and like clothes would be flying in the air, and I was like, what is happening? Curly fries are honestly really tasty with cheese and a bit of mayo sauce, and that's pretty cool of him. Yes, I love fries with like a bunch of different sauces. Popeyes is the king. Popeyes and Dairy Queen for having all of those different sauces. I love waffle fries. Those, yeah, the red curly fries. Those are good. And when they get the fries right, McDonald's fries are so wimpy. Everyone says that they're superior. They're okay. I would take them over like some fries, because some places you just bite into it and you're just like, this is a potato. Or you bite into it and it's just like, this tastes like seasoning. This reminds me, there was this little shack here for a while that was like one of those places that was like founded like a long time ago, like 2010. No, I'm kidding. like 1902. And it has some story about the founder on the wall, and it was like he was trying to find the best fry recipe, fry seasoning, and that's how this fry shack was made. And they would sell the fries by the buckets, but me and my friend did not know that, so we enter a similar situation to the chicken tender situation, where, because we had already gotten a burger which came with fries, we were like, let's try these fries. There's like hype around them because there's like lore behind the creator and his passion for fry seasoning. So we're like, we'll just have some fries, please. A small. And they're like, there's one size. And I'm like, oh, okay then. All right. And we get it. This is the biggest bucket of fries I have ever seen. Just filled to the brim, with a cup holder hanging on the side for the sauce. And we were like, at least I didn't have to eat these fries alone this time, but we all suffered. Everyone involved. McDonald's is dog water in general in most countries. I think so. When I don't eat it for too long and then I eat it again out of nowhere, my system's kind of yeah. They go, what is this? I'll eat the slushies sometimes, and the McFlurries. I used to do the coffee before school, but sometimes I would get the coffee and it was like I couldn't even taste it, like, or I would get the coffee and it would be half full. Not to be like one of those people that complains, because I know they put it in a machine and it just does it for them. And McDonald's specifically is really busy, like, and it's run by teens, so I know it's just like you just put it in the machine and it fills it, and that's what you get paid to do. But that's on McDonald's, not the workers. But yeah, like the coffee is lacking, okay? There's the one thing that I go back for, or that I will eat, is the breakfast burritos. I like those a lot. I used to always get 2 every time I went. I used to do so obviously being a former robot, I had some speed on me. I would do the track and field club, and after practice, when my joints and my mechanics were just worn out, overheating, dying, I would go to McDonald's and I would get one of the smoothies, and that would always make me feel better. People who did track and field know, just like walking back and feeling like you were about to collapse, like they'd be like, the coaches would be like, you gotta eat something so you can like get your protein and electrolytes up or something, but you'd be too tired to even reach into your bag and get it. Like, McDonald's coffee is genuinely bad, and yes, the burritos are heavenly. Yeah, burrito gang. For real, sometimes the coffee, it's like a hit or miss. Like, you get it and you'll drink it, you're like, this is the greatest thing ever, I'm gonna come back here every day. And you go back and it's like ice water. Oh my goodness. Chat. I went to McDonald's. This was the last time I went to McDonald's, because back when I was still a servant, I had a schedule. Alright, I had to be there at early hours on time. And I got to McDonald's 30 minutes ahead of time. I said, I'm gonna get some McDonald's and treat myself. And I think I'm gonna get some burrito and some coffee, because it's like 7 in the morning. Or no, I had to be there at 7. I was like, it's like 6 in the morning. I need some coffee. And I get my burritos at the window. They say, pull up to the spot and we'll bring it out to you. Like that one for when families of 8 have prolonged orders, and they're just like, we'll make it just go up so you don't have to hold up the drive-through. So that's what I do, which I think is weird for coffee, but I won't judge. So I drive up, I park. It's been 15 minutes maybe for coffee, a small coffee. I was like, but I'm like I try to be a very patient human, and like I said, I was 30 minutes ahead, so I was like, just like, good thing I got here 30 minutes ahead, but it's not gonna throw me off. And the guy brings out the coffee, and I grab it, and it's warm, and the ice has melted, and I was like, why is it warm? Well, first he brought me a hot coffee. This was the second. I was like, why is it warm? And he said, I don't know, and he brought it back inside. And I'm not someone to like complain about my food either. Like, I got a warm boba tea once, and I left a 5-star review. It's like, I want to support the small businesses, and I'm not mad that my boba's warm. I don't care, it's boba, it's good. I just like McDonald's. Yes, we all do. So he goes back in, he brings me another coffee, and this one is warm too. And he leaves. He's left by then. So I go in, and because I remember I felt bad, because he was like, I'm sorry, like, I'm new here. And I was like, it's fine. I go back into McDonald's, and I walk in and tell them, like, I see him behind the counter as I'm talking to them about my coffee, my warm iced coffee, and I see him pouring the hot coffee over ice. And I don't know how things work at McDonald's, but I'm pretty sure they pre-brew it. And I don't know. I remember she was like, I was like, it's warm. And I felt like a Karen just saying that. Like my coffee, my iced coffee is hot. And she was like, oh my gosh, I don't know why that is. So I thought maybe it wasn't me, because she seemed just as baffled as I was. But I ended up being 1 minute late to work, even though I got at McDonald's an hour before I had to go. Yako! Hello, how are you? McDonald's coffee cup straw made me cry when I first tried it because it's overly hot, which led me to actually developing a fear of using the straws. They're dog water. Dog water? Dog water. Yeah, it is overly hot. But I know that, like, they usually pre-brew it and then put it in the fridge to make it cold, like by mass, so they don't run out of it. Or because we're living in the future, they have like a pre-brewed cold thing that just produces cold coffee immediately. But I was like, how are you gonna pour burning hot coffee over ice and be like, here's your iced coffee? It was just funny to me. I felt bad though. I felt like I was being too like picky with my coffee. They weren't too busy though. Like, I try not to, like, if I get the wrong order or it's like I get the wrong sauce, I don't really care. Like my chicken tenders could be scorched and I would be fine, you know? I'm not too picky, chat. I was talking about the Ichigo and Hanako collab a few days ago, and I said that I was really nervous. Oh my gosh, that did not describe it. Okay. That was my first collab, my first time talking to Hanako, aside from just like as a group in total. So like just completely by yourselves. And I was so luckily there were no technical difficulties, but I was so scared because you guys know I have my technical difficulties, and I thought I was gonna make it so you guys couldn't hear her, or you guys couldn't hear me, or like something wasn't gonna go well. But it did go well. I was so happy, and she was so kind and understanding as well, and very sweet. And I was so happy that my Berrydroids like hit it off with her. I'm glad that you guys got along. And we will be doing more covers. We have spoken with Manager San, Mystery Manager. We've spoken with Manager San, and we have stated that we have agreed that he thinks that me and Hanako's voices would flow nicely. So me and Hanako will be working on collabs once everybody is debuted, and once Hanako is able to start producing content, which will be soon. I'm very excited for all of them coming up. I'm so excited. I'm doing my best to help them with the tech stuff, but you guys know, based on my tech difficulties, that I'm not too educated on the tech stuff. You feel me? Hanako is good. She gets gold star. Yes, she is so kind. Oh my goodness. After the stream, we stayed in the call and we were talking about My Little Pony forever. My Little Pony and My Little Pony ships and My Little Pony lore. You guys know I love my colorful horses. My Little Pony cover when I may actually cover My Little Pony songs. For real, for real. No joke. Coming up behind my top anime boys stream, of course. It's gonna be 8 hours. Oh my gosh, I have so many games planned, you guys. Like, I'm gonna dive into it, just wail on it. So many games. Ultimate Gamer, all the practice, all the Roblox, all of the kids I beat in Murder Mystery 2. It's all gonna be worth it. Hanako is really cool according to what I've seen on Twitter, but her fans can be scary. Yes, the Sims can always be a bit kawaii. I haven't seen too much of me and Hanako's fans because too much of Hanako's fans specifically because I know our fans don't overlap too much. I did see like some strange fans, but I don't think it's been too bad. Not too bad. And yeah, she is really cool. I see her, like, her Twitter jokes and stuff, and it's I laugh, and I'm always too scared to comment, so I'll just like the post. I think you guys see that a lot in my mutuals. I'll just it can be like some heartfelt post on why they're happy we're friends, and I'll just be like, likes the post. I don't know what to comment. I'm still working on replying and not just liking the posts, but I like the posts in the comments to let people know that I see them, and I hope liking the comment lets them know that I love them unconditionally. Yeah. Since we were talking about high school memories, I don't remember the thought process, but for one day, the last hour of class, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna walk home. It's like us humans, we were made to walk, right? We can walk, we have legs. And I bring up this point again, I lived in a small town, so things there are very dispersed. Yeah, very far apart. So the distance between my house and the school was about 2 to 3 miles. I didn't process that because when you're in a car, you're just like, wow, everything's going so fast because I'm in a vehicle. So another important add-on to the story is that this was in winter and negative degree temperatures. Negative degree weathers. So I set out on my journey. I am confident. We pass the streets, we cross the streets, we walk. For some reason, a good portion of this journey is sidewalk covered. You're on a sidewalk, you're on the main road till it gets to a bit of a country type road, and then you're back into a neighborhood. There's also another route that is completely country roads. Guess which one I decided to take? Not the easy route. So we are walking on the side of the road. Another important addition is that there had been a blizzard on top of these negative degree temperatures. A bad one. I don't know why I decided to partake in this endurance test, but I was walking in the country in negative degree temperatures in snow that was up to my knees, just plowing through in the dirt, not the dirt, in the snow, in the ditches on my way home. And I remember halfway through, I went to call my friend. I was like, if I need a ride, will you come rescue me? And she was like, yeah. And just my hand being outside of the pocket for that long, I remember my hand was like stiff in that phone call position. And I think what happened was that I missed the bus, and my bus had to stop fairly close to where I was walking. Like the first stop was very close to the school, so I was speed walking trying to get to that stop to get on my bus and be like, hey, I missed the bus. And the bus drove right past me. I was almost there, and then I couldn't make the bus a second time, and I had to proceed the rest of my journey and the negative temperatures. And my friend was on the bus, and I remember we made eye contact as the bus was driving past me, and she could just see me in the country, just knees deep in snow, and she looked at me with like the most what the heck are you doing? And she called me right after, and she was like, Ichigo, are you good? And I was like, no. And I was like, can you tell the bus driver to turn around? But the thing is, I don't think the bus driver would have turned around, because previously in the year, that bus driver had a scene on the bus that may have gotten recorded and posted everywhere, and it may have gotten her suspended. So she was not about to turn around the bus for me, who decided to walk in the snow. But don't you guys love winter? Like, me too. I love winter. Like, aside from me freezing in the snow, I like winter a lot. And you know, the hot chocolate hits different when you almost froze up and stopped working in the snow, and you finally made it home, and you're soaking in lukewarm water to reverse the pre-frostbite effects. The hot chocolate hits different then. Fun story. Not sure what the moral was, because I think anyone would have done the same thing. But yeah, don't you can chase your bus down if you want, Berrydroids, but do not do it in 4 foot of snow. The funny thing is, this is not the first time that has happened. There was a second time that I also did in negative temperatures, and there was a third time that I did in hot weather. I was like, it's hot, it's not cold, let's get it. This is gonna be fine. And this one was the easiest, but I remember reaching back to grab my water, because hydration, right? We love water, self-care. I reached back to hydrate myself, and the water had evaporated. And all that was left of the water, because it was so hot, was just boiling water that hurt to drink because it was so hot. So I finished my journey with no water, but I did it. I walked that 3-mile trail 3 times in absurd conditions, when the last 2 were for seemingly no reason, just pure will. Just a phase, I guess. Just a fault in my developmental stages. Do you guys, I don't know if any other schools were as crazy as mine, but mine, we had history reenactments in history class. Like, we would have reenactments where we would be assigned roles, and some kids would be presidents, some kids would be governors, and I think the teacher just wanted to see how America would turn out if my class had ran it. In one case, it was the Revolutionary War, and what it ended with, I was the governor of Virginia, and what it ended with was we sold the bottom half of the states to Mexico to pay for the roads in Rhode Island. That's what I remember. I remember that people were getting heated. They were screaming. That like the Indians keep sabotaging our roads, our road travelers. We need more roads. We gotta build more roads. Let's sell Rhode Island. No, you can't do that. How are you gonna pay for the roads with Rhode Island? Another time was when we reenacted World War II. If my class was the people in charge of the countries at that time. Your girl Ichigo was the president of Bosnia. And I remember the teacher, the sensei, was like, I specifically made you the president to see how chaotic this would get. But Bosnia is small, you guys. Bosnia is small. But I'm not sure how this happened because I was focused on speaking with my own council, someone of which got kidnapped by Germany. Germany ended up taking over a majority of the world. I don't think anyone was left but Bosnia. They didn't see Bosnia as important until later, and I was about to get taken over. I was about to get blitzkrieged by Germany. And what did I do to fix this problem? I planted a seed in my country. I started a revolution in my own country, and I forced my country to split into two, North and South Bosnia, so that if one Bosnia got taken over, there would always be another Bosnia to take over. Big brain, yeah. Big brain. Big brain time. I hope you all the tutorial on how to not die in a war. Just multiply your country, bro. It's that simple. Your country is getting taken over. Make a second one. Split in two, and now they have more countries to take over. Continue splitting. I don't care. Every house, every street will be its own country. Just keep splitting. And if there's till the very last street, till the very last house, every room will be its own country. I don't care. Keep multiplying into more countries, okay? That's how you survive. That's my advice to you as the successful leader of Bosnia, North and South. North and South Bosnia's president. Yeah. TM, you can quote me on that. But the most important advice you'll hear from me and in life. Big brain advice. Oh my gosh. I did not mean to talk about chicken tenders in war for 2 hours. I'm sorry, Berrydroids. I always keep you guys up until ungodly hours, but thank you. Thank you guys for sticking around so long and leaving your chaotic comments in the stream. I should open a song request queue on Twitter so you guys can put your little like songs you want me to sing on karaoke. I might do that actually because I can never come up with songs to sing. To jokingly sing, yeah. But thank you guys. Thank you guys for... It's okay, we love chicken tenders and war. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? We all do. Thank you guys for coming to the stream. Thank you guys for coming to me and Hanako's collab. You guys were very polite. I was so proud. I love you. You guys were very polite on the collab stream. You guys seemed to really hit it off well with Hanako. And thank you guys for coming to this stream as well. I'm sorry that it was 2 hours at night. I'll do longer streams, but I feel bad for doing them at night when they start to proceed into the AM hours. Bye. Thank you all again. I hope you all have a great rest of your day and night. And the new schedule for next week will be coming out soon. We'll be probably sticking to Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Fridays. 7:30 p.m. seems to work the best so far, but it might change once everything starts picking up. I might be doing more different hours, more days, more variety in content and streams, definitely. So thank you all for sticking with me through all the technical difficulties. One day we will have no technical difficulties on any of the streams, and life will be good. Life will be great. But for till then, thank you all for for suffering with me through the technical difficulties and for being there through the streams till the end. Alright. Thank you, Berrydroids. I love you. Love you guys. Mwah. じゃあまたね。